Hey guys, it's Spoot from Fort Misery Gaming again. Today we are bringing to you the Asian Central release of Marvel Duels. It's been out on the Ku app and in the Malaysian, Chinese, and a couple of other SEA, Google Play and iOS store releases, and that's pretty much it. It's in English, it has English voice acting, so that's exciting. And it is actually kind of cool. So I'll go through it. I'll kind of show you how it works, show you what to look for, and we'll sort of go from there. So this is sort of the loadout screen. You have a cast of characters. You have, I think, 3 on unlock at start. You have Spider-Man and you have Spider-Man and Thor to begin with, and then you have Star-Lord, or you have Spider-Man or Thor. And then you have Iron Man and Star-Lord as secondaries. So the way these work is you have decks. It's closer to like an Ascension or DC deck building game that coincidentally has PvP attached to it than it is specifically like Magic or Tekken or any of the other ones. So you build 4 decks to play with. You have a shop. It's kind of crazy. So, for example, all of Thor's cards are in this particular line. They all have rarities. You can pull them in packs. You don't have to spend money, but you can. Actually, I'm going to adjust the numbers of those. So obviously, all of these guys are Thor-themed. They're characters from the comics of various forms. And they all do different things. So just to give you a look at like what a card looks like, you've got his gem cost up top, what kind of attacker or what kind of battler he is, and then his overall power, which doubles as his life. You also have keywords like Asgardian. So for example, when this one says, when you play an Asgardian character card, this one gets 4 power. These do level up. I don't think it lets me upgrade them, but it has a 1-star, a 2-star version, which upgrades its ability, and then if you have 2-star versions, you get a summon card, which gives you to choose a random selection of 3, and it also upgrades it to the 4-star, which is the highest part. I'll do a game in practice to sort of show you how that works, but just follow for now, because it's a little easier when you watch it. So the color on the card matters because there are certain equipments that can only be used by certain characters. For example, like let's look at Dragonfang. Guardian characters are blue characters. That's specifically the trick. It has Asgardian and keyword, but it doesn't really matter unless there's a character that says if they're equipped, they get a buff. You get 5 power and 5 armor. So armor is your blue number, power is your just white number at the bottom. Power is your life total as well, so when you hit 0 from fighting other creatures, you go down. We'll move on to the Thor one. Kind of the same thing. All of these are themes. They tend to build off of each other to a certain point. For example, when you play a Stark Industries card with Pepper Potts on the field, who is a support, a yellow, those are your 3 colors. You get a battle gem, which is an extra credit in the game store that you are using. You got Ironmonger, you got Hydro Armor, you've got Superior Iron Man, Crimson Dynamo, Silver Centurion. You got a lot of stuff from comic book lore. And then you've got all of the web heads, so many web heads, good God. You've got every Spider-Man character you could really hope to want, and some of them that you never thought you needed. So the way the game works is you build 4 decks. You have 3 hero decks and 1 neutral deck. So the neutral deck is just made up of random characters, but generally you fill this with utility pieces. You do have a certain amount. You have, I believe it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 10 in your each deck. So you have 10 cards in each one. You can have up to 4 copies of each card. Like you'll notice these little dots down below. This means that I have 4 copies in play. So essentially, if it's maxed out, every deck is 40 cards, which is a lot. So that's why like you'll see some of these numbers aren't exactly as high as they could be, because you may not necessarily want to see them as often as you think. But this comes with playing. So you do have an adventure mode. There is a story. Gwenpool is involved. You've got hero trials. So you get to learn sort of each of the characters. They have their own little stories. That stuff's... They're actually pretty cute. And they're well written, surprisingly. You also have a cumulative challenge mode, where it's a chapter-based and you're sort of learning the story of the game as it is going. You unlock cards for each of them. They all have rewards and stuff like that. And I think they only go up to chapter 5 right now. Yeah. So, these are cumulative. So, like, if I launch one of these, I build a deck and it goes through this entire chapter. I believe you can reset them if you get stuck or if you want to build a different deck. But for the most part, it uses what you have. You have Duel. There are ranks. I'll show you what these are. I'm in Gold 3 right now. I haven't really played it as much as I would have liked, but I've put a little bit of time into it. This just shows you, like, your promotion rewards and what you earn for being in, like, you know, your max levels. It has leaderboards. These are pretty good. This isn't in the English iOS or the English Play Store. So you do either have to use Coup app, or if you're on BlueStacks, you can get the game through its APK. I'm not going to link those. Most of you that are playing these know how to do them. It's more of just a protection for myself. There is a comp mode and a casual mode. So if you're just trying to figure the game out, play casual. I actually played probably about an hour of training matches before I really sat down to figure what things are. Right now, there is the 500k freebies going on that I don't have access to because I already purchased them. You've got a season pass where, like, you do daily missions and stuff like that, and you get rewards. You unlock different cards. You unlock little bitty things. I'll sort of show you. You get a Captain Marvel skin. So these are all the items you have. It tells you what they do. You've got a collection, which lets you go through all of the cards regardless of what deck they're in. So it's pretty cool. You can swap it by rarity. The art on most of these are really cool. Some of them are MCU movie based, and others, like, obviously that's Ego from the movie, whereas others are from comics or various other things. Like, you've got Miles Morales, you've got Star-Lord, which is kind of an amalgam between the two. You've got Ye Olde Marvel, there's Abomination, you've got classic Ant-Man, you've got kind of in between Hemsworth Thor, which is kind of cool. Actually, let me turn the sound on, because I have mine muted by default, because I'm usually playing in the office. Let's see what it do. Alright, let's turn that off and get these going. So let's go back to options. And turn this up. So you've got, like, cute little music going on. Each hero you go to, they do have alt skins at some point. There's, like, a victory show off and stuff you can do. You can look at their icons. I think there's only a handful of skins right now. Like, she has Miss Marvel, which is pretty cool. Iron Man has Superior Iron Man. Spider-Man has Symbiote Spider-Man, I believe, which is pretty cool. I don't know if these other two have them. Does not look like it. So you've got Hela and you've got Elektra from the Marvel Knights or Daredevil series. So some pretty cool stuff going on. I got a couple of free packs, so I'll just crack those open real quick and show you sort of what they look like. So these are all of the legendaries that can be done. You can go into a breakdown to see, like, all of the cards that exist in these. I really need a Stormbreaker really bad, but they're expensive. It does have a crafting material and a coin material where you can buy free packs, but it is what it is. You just gotta play the game to get them. Like, they don't really shortchange you on packs, and most decks, even by default, are at least playable up into the high tiers. So you get, you know, there's 5 cards per pack. Hey, I got a purple. I got another Gungnir that I'll never use. I don't think I have that tomorrow. Oh, no, I guess I do. We'll buy another one just to sort of show you. Bang. Another purple. All right. Crimson Dynamo. Don't really need another one of those.
There is always
there are also
themed
themed decks that are on rotation. So if you're looking to fill out your decks for a specific thing, you can just go to the deck. Like right now, I'm trying to unlock Hela, and for characters you don't own immediately, you can unlock them by unlocking certain cards in their deck. For example, starting deck, you have to have these basic cards. As you can see, I have all of them but 2. I don't have Enchantress or the legendary Hela. Who else? I think I need cards. I need 1 card from Elektra. I think I actually just need Elektra, which is kind of crazy. So that's how you unlock the characters that you don't. So like I said, starting off, you have Star-Lord and Iron Man and either Thor or Spider-Man. You get to choose who you want in the beginning. And then as you unlock the cards through like the packs and everything, you get access to more decks and more themed stuff. And every hero works differently. Like Iron Man is based off of like a lot of energy blasts. Same thing with Captain Marvel. Ways to get around certain things. Like Star-Lord is Guardians of the Galaxy based, so the more of those characters you have, the better. Same thing with Thor. Spideyverse are all characters that, like, when they take damage, they'll stun you if it's a Spideyverse character, stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and pull 2 on Hela. Also, the designs of these packs are, like, super cool. Hey, I got 2. Well, I got Enchantress, a double, so that's good. So now all I need is a legendary card. Yep, nope, got all of these. So, and like I said, there is a crafting mention. So if I click on like Killmonger, for example, and I hit create, I have 2580 charges, or I have 2580 crystals to do it. You need 4800 for a legendary. That's fine, it's whatever. Like, they're pretty reasonable with giving you free stuff, so I'm not super mad about it. So let's do a training match real quick just to sort of show you what the game plays like. Also, this one isn't timed, so it makes it significantly easier to actually do.
You know what time it is? Battle time.
Battle time. So when the game starts, you have 3 slots and you have a shop. You start off with 4 crystals, and it tells you how many you get next round. So for this one, I would take Fandral, because Thor Asgardian synergy is pretty good, and I would take Spider-Verse because she has Ghost Spider has the ability to poop out a symbiote, which is a big Spideyverse thing. So you play these.
Fear not, for Fandral is here.
You got a little kitty cat. You can change those. If you get the battle pass, there's 3 of them total, or 2 of them that you can unlock past the kitty cat from Captain Marvel. You get Frog Thor and Cosmo the dog from Guardians of the Galaxy, so that's pretty cool. So you don't see your opponent's battle, and you play 5 people. So it is a 6-person free-for-all, but you only do 1 per match.
Take it easy.
So you have stars that are associated with each character. That is their victory points, and then per round you get X amount. So it tells you who you're matched up with over here on the left side. So like, I am Spoot. I am matched up with Miss Marvel next round. So what do? We're already in this route, so we want to upgrade the Fandral because there's no reason not to. We get a free upgrade of the shop. The cost of the shop upgrade does go down over time. She heals when you upgrade the shop. There's a lot of synergy that you kind of just have to figure out in the game, although it is pretty straightforward after a couple of rounds. Like, they do a pretty good job of explaining at least the bare bones rules, so you're not going to run into too many issues where you don't just understand something. And she poops out a symbiote. He has to fight.
Did somebody say open?
I have 3 stars off of them, 3 stars off the round. She takes 6 damage. I'm trying to get to the point where somebody upgrades to 4 stars so I can kind of show you what it does. So as you're building decks, you're going to notice natural synergy. So like that's a guy that has guard. Guard is taunt. Last words are death rattle. So when something dies, that affects. Invocation is a word that is when you summon them, they do a specific thing. So like when people go to attack, they have to kill him first, and when he dies, he gives somebody on your team 3 armor. Pretty good. I'm not really going to get into the meta talk just because it's pretty straightforward, but it is something that you should learn a little bit on your own, at least to start.
How about you, evil one?
How about you, evil one?
Victory satisfies me.
I think I'm going to lose this one.
Hate losing.
Well fought, evil brother.
Yep, I don't have the power to get through it. Sometimes it happens. So the cards attack from left to right. So you'll notice that there is an order of operations. You can change sort of how this interacts by adding action rounds to things. So some items and some special abilities, which we should be getting pretty soon. Yep, here we go. So there you go. So battle hardened. Your equipped Asgardian characters get +1 action time, which means when they go twice. You've got web warriors at the end of your turn. If you have no battle gems, which are your currency, you get 1 to 6 randomly. You also get 4 gems to start. Firepower boost. If you have 4 battle gems in battle, your characters get that. We're just going to play Asgardian for this round because that's just what we're doing at this point.
March forth for Asgard!
So, see, Hervili procs, we heal. I was really hoping to get an equip I can use. That's fine. So you're occasionally going to see things like these, which are spells. So like for this one, you give character 10 power until the end of the next battle. Usually a pretty good way to charge up early. It gets you through the simple rounds. Not always reliable later on, but sometimes 10 power is all you need. Because it is RNG. You may not be able to get to in the sense to build the deck you want to build. That
This cur needs a taste of steel.
Wakanda forever.
Blam! Murder Jack!
Ooh, he's gonna murder me.
That wasn't supposed to happen!
It's gonna be a draw, it looks like. Oh, nope. Didn't finish her. I take shots! I would very much like to get a little further, so we'll buy some more of the 3 heroes.
Our enemies are many.
She's real good. So you can only have 6 characters out on the field at the same time, so to use anything else, you have to sell characters. Everything you sell gives you 1 coin. There is no way to game that system, it's just how the game works. But you can stock things in your hand, and there are some characters that buff things in hand. Like Taskmaster actually gives cards power that sit in your hand. So sometimes, depending on how you want to play it, it is just strictly better to have those things in hand and ready to go. So like Sif, when she attacks or takes an action, she gives a shield to Asgardians on either side of her, for example.
No, not now.
I think I'm gonna lose this one too. Man, Pierce beat my ass. Yep, I don't think I have a way out of this.
How about you, evil one?
Something's not right. Target neutralized.
I fear I am defeated.
Oof. Suck it, me.
Take it easy.
Thank God I healed earlier. Really taking it to me. So that's the 2 stars. We're pretty much stocked out on 2 stars. I think that's high enough to actually upgrade the shop. We'll get some life back. Live to fight another day, so to speak. So let's do some equips.
This will assist me.
Is there anything in this one I want? I kind of want that arm, but we're gonna reload just to see. Yep, there we go. You can lock the shop if you want something that's in here. So for example, I definitely want him to turn him into a 4-star to show you what it looks like, but I also want to start getting him ready to 4-star as well. So if you see stuff in this shop and you don't want it to reset when you end your turn, you can lock it and save that for another round. Now obviously,
What next?
You could just not get what you want after, and that's fine, but if you want to play a little bit ahead and sort of think of where you're going. Howard the Duck!
I am fluent in the speech of steel.
Another struck down.
We fight more.
We have fallen.
War is grim business.
I think I got this one. But I'm also playing against the guy who lost, or the computer that lost, I guess is what I should say.
You are pain and Zed. Dog best.
Yep, we did it. We murdered the guy who wasn't doing so well anyway. Alright, so here's what a 4-star looks like. So you can't, there is no 3-star, but you can have 2 1-stars. So like, if I sell her, and I put him on the field,
Fear not, for
it buffs him,
is
and
here.
both of them can exist at the same time. But until I buy this guy, nothing happens. So watch this. Everybody comes to hand, and you get this cool Avengers Assemble card, my super scheme. So you summon it. It gives you 3 random cards to choose from. You get either, you can get abilities, you can get characters, you can get equipment, it doesn't matter. We're going to take Repulsor Blast, which deals 8 damage to all opponents at the beginning of the next round, because that is broken. We will also be grabbing this guy, because we play him now,
Our enemies are
and he
many.
buffs himself by 8 power. Here we go, that's what we were looking for.
There are many tools.
So now she's got a little bit of life to survive. I'm going to go ahead and buy these to throw on
Perhaps I
him.
can use this.
Because remember, we do have this ability that Asgardians get an extra action. Very important to remember. There's our boy. We'll put Thor up next. Because I don't think I have enough to get there. Oh, hey, they're playing Asgardians too. They don't have the Sif set, though. That's kind of crazy. Man, that messed them up bad.
I croak. Strike, Thimble Dragger.
Something went wrong.
Also, the voice acting in this game is, like,
a
We
taste
have
of
fallen.
steel.
surprisingly good.
Dare you to
My
fight me?
strength fails.
Strike,
I fear I am
Trigger.
defeated.
Oh,
You get this
now
cool
you're
little
gonna get it.
animation when you eliminate somebody. They just shot that guy. Alright, so we're definitely buying him. We're definitely buying that. And then let's see what we get on rotations. Nothing that I'm in love with. Man, went through the whole thing and didn't get much. Okay. So here's what we gotta do. She's gotta go. He gets to go
Take on.
in.
Asgard is here.
And then we put a sword on
This will be
Thor.
useful.
So the equipment has to match up with what you're equipping unless it is gray. So like for this one, it has to go on a blue character. For these, they have to go on a red character. For these, they have to go on a blue character, etc. So it's all pretty standard for the most part. Damn, didn't even get close, huh? Alright. Thor, for example, has Retaliate, so when he gets attacked, he actually does double damage.
Have at you,
Some
evil
characters have Critical Hit, which means when they attack, they do double damage.
one. Well fought, evil Draga.
The tusk.
Got a problem with ducks?
You got a problem with ducks? Oh, he's gonna murder
wanted
somebody.
it?
Goodbye.
Got it.
The animations for these cards are really cool, though.
For honor and for Asgard!
I would really like another Sif at this point. Good lord.
We triumph
Too much damage.
for Asgard.
Something's not right.
I'ma shoot me a Spidey Man. And sometimes they just blow up. We'll upgrade to the last level of shop. So you have you start at 3 cards in the shop and you end at 5. Ooh, man, Valkyrie's real fun. Yeah, I'll sit on that for now. So when Valkyrie acts and beats somebody... Oh, no. So after taking action, so when she swings or activates an item, you summon the last Asgardian that was defeated, and you give them 15 armor. Which works sort of retroactively. She's a good character to have at the very end. Obviously, she is getting murdered, so it does not work out for me very well. I should have placed her a little more smartly.
You face Thor Odinson, God of Thunder!
Honestly, the voice acting is like kind of scary on point for the most part.
Glory to
Too
Asgard!
much damage.
Honor and glory!
Red Hulk, smash.
Strike, Thimble Draga!
Take it easy.
And I think I have one more match? Yep. So we're going to upgrade our Thor.
The battle is joy. This will be useful.
Not really getting anything I can use. Yeah, you know what, that's fine. Ugh, man, nothing, huh? Can't get any of these low characters upgraded.
Swordplay is my favorite game.
My strength fails. Almost made that work.
I have done my part.
You Belmost no hate. Ever will I fight for honor. This is already
My
over.
strength fails.
Already forgot. Asgard. What's next? Yet lives.
You face Thor Odinson, God of Thunder! Fight for the realm!
Tables have turned.
Oh, now you're gonna get it.
And that's it. We just shot that man to death.
Time to party.
You get a certain amount of experience, and you can rank up and do all that stuff when you're in ladder, or you can just build decks and play. Like, I haven't spent any money other than like the $3 to get the pack, and I've been having a pretty good time. Like, I've probably dropped 15-ish hours into it already over since Friday, so I am definitely enjoying it. So tell us what you think. Remember, it is QApp or APK only. It works great on an emulator. I am actually playing it on BlueStacks here. So, give it a shot. Tell us what you think. I'm actually really liking it, so it will probably at least become a general stream game in the future if you guys are interested, and I may just do it because I don't have any other card games to play right now. So that's it. Give us a like, comment, subscribe. Tell us if you're looking out for anything else, and have a good night.